Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union,
by Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide, Jim Harris Chevrolet with George Gully, For Memphis Magazine, the Live at the Garden Concert Series, and the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis, and by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years. And brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services, owned by the cleanest man in the world, and by Walker Auctions, LLC. When it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome into Lansky's here at the world-famous Peabody. Got a big show for you today. We'll be talking agriculture and art. And we're going to start with the great outdoors and an event you do not want to miss, and you got plenty of time not to miss it. Experience Memphis Gardens, and my two guests, Kim Halyak and Sharron Johnson, I'm sorry. Sharron. Who used to own Buns on the Run. I used to frequent her place.
Yes, you did.
I was always running somewhere.
Yes.
And you know where it used to be because it's now Baines Barbecue.
Yes.
Great Texas-style barbecue down on Young Avenue, or that's on Cooper. I always think Cooper Young area, but it's right in that area.
Yes.
And she made a real good deal on the building, and she's one of my few friends that made money in the restaurant business.
In the end.
In the end. But is it worth it? That's what.
Yes.
Yes, good. How many years has this garden tour been going on now?
So we started in 2016 in the Cooper Young Garden area with just the Cooper Young Garden Walk. It started out as one day, 23 gardens, and 10 years later, here we are, not only in Cooper Young, but all across Memphis. So we have 21 days and about 300 gardens on tour.
Sharron, is that because everybody that wasn't included on that list on the early days all said, how about us?
Well, we were having our tours, and it was going very well, and a lot of neighborhoods wanted to do what we were doing, but it was easier just to bring them on board than to teach them how to do it.
Well, because you have the learning curve, and anybody who tries to reinvent it's going to go through the same thing again, so why even go there? We've got some shots, and I do want to put this up first. This is a full-screen graphic of how you get in touch with it. This is a free event, but they can only let so many people tour, and it's going to be like a lot of things you go to these days. You're given a time, a date, and a time. This is when you can tour.
Yes.
That way you control how many people, so you'll be able to move freely to each one of these gardens, and you'll have your day and time, beginning and end. But it starts May the 1st, runs through June 14th, and you've already had 1,000 people sign up. That's amazing.
Yes. We're very excited. We even have people out of town, Dallas, Maryland, Kentucky, have all reached out. They want to come in June, and they want to know what weekend is the best. So that is a wonderful thing.
Well, it is the best weather of the year, and the next few weeks, I looked at the long-range forecast, and things look really good. So that's encouraging. Here's some of the locations, and both of you can comment on this. Are they all backyards, or some of these will be front and back?
Most will be front and back. A few will be just front, but most of them are front and back. And this is a garden in High Point Terrace, and it will be on the evening tour. So people who aren't available to go on Saturday and Sunday can go on a Friday after work.
That's beautiful. And you'll see just about everything that is evident this time of year, because some backyards, like the hydrangeas, take a little bit more time to come out.
They do.
And where is this one?
This is Cooper Young, and I have to tell you, the young man on the right, the very far right, that's Chris Harris. He has been instrumental in getting about 6 people on his street who were non-gardeners. They have all taken up gardening now, and their gardens are on the tour.
Well, he's a leader in the community.
Yes, he is.
He's a pollinator.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
No pun intended. Okay, this one.
This is in Lenox neighborhood, and it's an amazing garden because it only has 3 colors. It's green, black, and white accents.
Wow.
And it's gorgeous.
It is. You can see the accent line of the tree. So. Okay, and here.
The same garden.
Same yard.
Yes.
Yeah. I recognize the color scheme.
And this is Cooper Young.
Kind of reminiscent of the Botanic Gardens with the little red bridge there.
Yes.
Over the koi pond.
This garden used to have a above ground pool years ago, and when they first moved in, they were having water polo events.
Wow. And this does look like Cooper Young right here.
Oh, it's not.
It's actually the Lenox neighborhood,
Okay.
and it's a double wide lot, and it's just an amazing creative garden.
And all these different, those are plant fixtures. It came from milk bottles? or
Yes,
something? Yeah.
yes.
Very, very inventive. And then this is a great little patio. Look at that.
This is in Cooper Young. It's a young woman who has been on the tour 10 years.
Wow.
And every year she does something else to her garden. And I think, Earle, that's really a special gift about the garden walk, is that people get on the tour and they're on it every year and they keep upping their game. They fix their sidewalk, they paint their house, they put in a she shed or an outdoor shower or an exercise shed. And so would people do all this if the garden walk did not exist?
Well, let's face it, humans like to have show and tell.
Yes.
We did from our little earliest time in school, get to come up and show something you love and talk about it. And what better way to do it than have them come on a tour? And plus, when other people see that, then they go, I want to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, and she started out just showing her garden, and then she got on our board for the garden club, and now she's our president.
She weaseled her way in.
No, we got her.
So we got to make sure this one keeps coming back.
Yes.
So the way it'll work is you'll go to this. In fact, let me show it to you again. That's put your phone, take a picture of this, or scan it, and that code will take you directly to where you register.
Yes.
And you sign up, and you'll get a lanyard that you
Yes.
put around your neck like you're wearing right now. This
is last year's lanyard. The one for this year is being printed, and it's, there's the lanyard, and you need to scan the code every day before you go out, because if a tree falls on my house, I need to be able to take my garden off the tour so you're not driving to a house that's closed. And then on the back will be a schedule of every single day and every single neighborhood. So it's very easy for you to know where to go. And this makes homeowners feel comfortable.
Yeah.
When you have strangers coming in your yard.
You want to know who they are.
Right, you've got this. And we are getting 5,000 of these printed.
Wow.
So it's really important, if people want to go on the walk, that they sign up with the QR code that you showed. And then in about a week, the new lanyards will be printed. So when they are printed, we will let everybody know in an email, and then you can go to one of our sponsors and actually pick up your lanyards.
Well, in a way, what you're doing is you say they are registering to go on the tour,
Yes.
but really you're registering them. If they cause any trouble, we know who you are.
Yes, and I also want to be able to show the chamber all the zip codes of where people are coming from.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, what I think is really cool about it is, especially if you're new to Memphis, you're going to go to parts of Memphis you probably have never been to before.
Exactly.
And you're meeting people there.
Yes.
So it really does kind of bring the community together, because they'll say, well, I live in Midtown, I live in Central Gardens, downtown. Are there places all over? You got people downtown? I mean, it's a lot harder to have a yard downtown, but...
There are amazing condo gardens. We're going to have some gardens in Harbortown.
Wow.
Yes, we also have a special treat. We are going to have a floral installation at the MLG&W substation. So a floral designer wants to really do it up big people are going to see a lot of unusual things that they hadn't thought. So it's not just private gardens, it's public gardens. Some of the gardens normally charge, but on the specific day that they're on the tour, they are waiving the fee if you have your lanyard.
Oh, cool.
So
make sure you hang on to your lanyard.
Exactly.
Do not lose that. And the people that keep coming back year after year, and obviously they tell everybody, and then everybody on their block. The other thing, it's because I've noticed over the years in covering news in the city, when people keep their yards up in a neighborhood, a block, then the people next door to them are shamed into doing better. And then when you get a whole block, then everybody's doing it. And so it's really a very good thing. And sometimes it just takes one person to do one thing. And I've told them this before, you know, if you get somebody that moves in and they're up to illicit things, keep calling the cops on them. The cops will not tell you who's calling the cops, so don't worry about retaliation. And the cops will come back time after time until what finally happens is they just leave because they get tired of the good people saying, don't do that anymore, whatever it is they're doing. So, but it is a great event, and I can't believe it's been going on that many years, and you guys are still involved, and it's getting bigger and better, so, which only tells you you're on the right track.
Yes, garden tourism is on its way up in Memphis, finally.
You know, and I think it's one reason we came down here to the Peabody and Lansky's and just talk about good things about Memphis, because there is a lot of good things. It just doesn't get any, the news does not come out covered until it's over. And then you go, well, what did that do for us, you know? So I'm glad y'all could come in and we can tell everybody what's going on and look forward to next year. But don't forget to register now. And if they wanted just to look it up or Google it later, they didn't get the code?
They can. So they can go to experiencememphisgardens.org. And that will not only give you a place to register, but you can actually click on the garden descriptions. They're already listed online on our website. You can look at every day's walk. You can see we're going everywhere from downtown to Collierville to Somerville, to Soulsville and South Memphis, and all the gardens in between. People can see farms, they can see chickens, they can see estates and pools and showers and all kinds of things.
At the end of the year, do you do like a composite of all the gardens and put it into a book and sell that?
But we haven't yet.
We haven't yet.
I'm just trying to think of more work for you.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I know the people that have them in the show would buy the book. So
I think so, too. What a great idea.
Well, thank you both for coming in. Good seeing you again, Kim and Sharron, and have a successful tour of gardens.
Excellent.
Thank you very much for having us again.
Yes.
You're welcome.
And we look forward to seeing you in our garden.
I'm going to try to get out and do some, because I love looking at people's work. And it's not long walks. You pull up in front of the house, you get out of your car, and you walk in.
Right.
And then you get, so it's not like going to the Liberty Bowl. So,
right.
Which is good. And it's diversible. I mean, the people that maybe have assistance in getting around, we got it figured out for that too.
Yes.
Great. All right. Well, thank y'all very much. And we're going to take a quick break, hear some of our sponsors, and then Greg Belz will be up talking about art. So stay tuned.
Art is good.
Art is good.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Halyak Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell For Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today, and we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carrey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25, and I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching Earle and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright.
And I'm his son, Mickey.
And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures Group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
He doesn't sweat. He exudes cleanliness. He doesn't wear a hard hat. He wears a halo helmet of hygiene. He doesn't just clean up the mess. He makes it ashamed of itself. He once found a Cheeto from 2003 and gave it a proper burial. His mop water is filtered through the tears of sloppy contractors. He uses Purell the way priests use holy water. His laundry detergent has PTSD. He's banned from construction sites for making everyone else look filthy. His laundry folds itself out of respect. He was voted most likely to disinfect in high school. He showers before, after, and during showers. Even Mr. Clean calls him Sir. He carries wet wipes holstered like pistols. When he sneezes, the room becomes 99.9% pure. He is the cleanest man in the world.
I don't always drink, but when I do, I disinfect the glass first. Stay spotless, my friends.
It's auction time. It's auction time. It's time to be in the auction. And I'm Lance Walker, fast talker with Walker Auctions here in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm an auctioneer and a realtor, and we can sell assets for anybody, anywhere. We travel all over the country doing auctions, and we can sell your truck, we can sell your house, we can sell a collection, we can sell your equipment. When you need it sold, you need Walker Auctions. Remember, when it's time to sell, Walker Auctions doesn't fiddle around.
Lance Walker, fast talker. We're going to be having him on and take you around the country, showing you a lot of the places he has big auctions. They do go nationwide. Mm-hmm. Right now, joining me is Greg Belz. We've been friends for 40 years, and he's back with another art extravaganza. This is Art in the Loop this year.
Yeah.
You do during at Christmas time. You do
it's winter arts. Yeah.
Winter arts, and this is the second time you've been at this location.
No, this is the 9th year. You just haven't come but one time before. It's April 10th, 11th, and 12th. It switches weekends because of Easter.
But you're always in the same place?
Yes, on Ridgeway Loop Road. That's why it's named Art in the Loop.
And the good thing about it is there's very little traffic in there.
We close the street, so there's no traffic. When you've got guards, so nobody's getting through.
So when there are guards and there's no traffic to interfere with the flow of the walkers.
Yeah.
And how many different artists do you have this year?
We'll have about 58 exhibiting artists, and then we'll have the demonstrators, and there are myriad demonstrators.
And when you talk about demonstrators, these are not people with anti-Trump
No, they don't have signs. They don't have signs. They do. We love art is what's on their signs. And the Metal Museum comes and brings M4, and the apprentices at the Metal Museum forge things right in front of you. Yeah, flames and hammers and all kinds of. And we have another group of blacksmiths that'll be at the other end of the festival, and they're the Hatchie River blacksmiths. I've known one of them, and they're going to be forging things as well. And then we have Lisa Hudson will be throwing pottery, raising pots. We're going to have the Memphis wood turners with their lathes spinning around. And then one thing this year that we've added that's a little less visual, well, it's a little less frenetic, is weaving. We've got a basket weaver on Friday and hand loom weavers on Saturday and Sunday. And we're doing that because we're part of the Tennessee 250 celebration, and we want to show the crafts that existed here when, settlers came, what they had to know how to do to settle West Tennessee, and also a lot of it is what the native populations did before the settlers came, with regard to weaving fabric and clay pots.
I know that the Native Americans were very nervous when they heard the weavers were coming during the West settlement.
The weavers are coming.
Weavers.
Competition on those rugs. Yeah.
They were the wild ones. But these are all jured. That means that
everybody's jured. Yeah, they have to submit an application, and not everybody gets in. And we try to get the best that we can in different categories, like jewelry making, painting, sculpture, photography. We have all kinds of categories. Usually what we do is focus on 3D media like glass, clay, metal, wood, fiber. But in this show, since we've got the whole street, we have a lot of 2D art as well. And printmaking is actually a fine craft that if you draw something and then sketch it, etch it into stone backwards, that takes pretty much talent to do that.
So I've never done that.
That's what printmakers do. They sketch it into stone or copper, and then they do plates with different color inks, and it has to register. It's very an intensive thing. Somebody asked me once, they said, how come these prints are so expensive? And I said, all right, this is not done on a printing press. This is not what you think it is, and I had to explain the process. That's what we're about and why we have demonstrations, to show process.
Are you seeing a lot of young people getting into the crafts and arts?
Yeah, actually, and that's a good thing. And we have an emerging artist program at one of our shows to teach you how to do this for a living, because in art schools, if you go there, they don't mention, oh, yeah, and you can buy a tent and strap it to your back and drive across the country and set. It's a very difficult, hard life, but it can be very rewarding, and it's not really presented as an opportunity to a lot of people when they're students. So we have the emerging artist programs to educate them as to what's involved in it and how to do it well and correctly and how to apply and get accepted to shows.
Yeah, because it's all about presentation.
Yes, it is, and it's very competitive. Our show is not the biggest in the country, but like a show like River Arts or Coconut Grove in Miami, which I was just a judge for prizes at Coconut Grove. That was an honor, and but they're very competitive, and hundreds and thousands of people apply.
Well, I think it just adds to the reputation of Memphis, though. All of your crafts and your winter sale, this sale.
We try, and we think art elevates, and if you have artists in the community and they have this creative thing going on, it sort of exudes from them, and it's infectious.
Well, I think LeBron James should probably come to the sale, the art sale, to see
some
of the finer.
Yeah, he'll be there.
Well, he's saying
it's
that
guaranteed.
They should move the Grizzlies because there's nothing going on in Memphis, is what my point was.
Well, no, we've got a lot going on, especially from the 10th through the 12th on the street. And in addition to the artists, we've got classical music. The symphony will have a quartet there. There's a Grind City Symphony, too, a Grind City Quartet that's part of the Germantown Symphony. They'll be there as well.
And are they set up? Is there a stage area?
There's not a stage because we can't close the street until 9 a.m. that morning.
Right.
We don't have time to bring in a stage. So we've got a canopy because string instruments have to be covered. The sun can't shine directly on them. And we've got a little PA system so they can say what they're doing. And, WKNO, we talked about this. WKNO is a sponsor, and they play classical music, and we want to fit everything together.
All together. And, Elvis used to bring in a flatbed truck with just the flatbed
We
there.
thought about that. Yeah. We thought about that, but it's a little large for our space.
So this is not an Elvis type event.
It is. He would have loved it.
Yeah.
I'm sure the king would have come. We would have actually had to open later
for
him to
come in
and
up
shop.
That early.
Yeah, when everyone was gone, we'd have to open the gates for him.
What kind of impact are you seeing with the College of Art, the old
That's the saddest thing that I can think of. But what the Metal Museum has done down there, I've been on a tour. It is amazing. It is one of the coolest places I've ever seen in my life. And it's just, they should be applauded. It's really going to be amazing.
So can you go on tours now?
You can. Well, they have to invite you to go on tours. But it'll be open Labor Day weekend. And that's why they're at our event. And we are the out east location during Winter Arts. We have things from the Metal Museum forge that the apprentices make, and they come and demonstrate at this show because that's the closest affinity that we have with any other arts organization, because they're about fine craft and we are too.
Is there a possibility that part of what the art college used to do could started to somehow evolve out of this new effort about the Ornamental Metal Museum?
I doubt it. I don't know. They teach there already.
They teach blacksmithing.
They do. They have classes, and they're going to have summer camps and all kinds of things like that. But as far as a 4-year degree and to get an MFA, that's not happening here anymore. And University of Memphis has it.
So it's covered with that.
Yeah, it's covered.
I do think the metal museum will get a lot more traffic being where they are now, and they're still keeping their old location down on the river.
They are. That's going to be for the apprentices to live at, and it'll be less public, but they'll still rent it out for events, I think. But yeah, where they're moving to is wonderful. I mean, it's just going to be gorgeous. There's going to be so much more, and it's going to be so much easier to get to. As is Ridgeway Loop Road at Briarcrest Avenue.
10th through the 12th.
Yeah, 10th through the 12th for Art in the Loop, where you can see people from the Metal Museum making, forging iron and steel. But, I mean, you can see so many things. And, as I said, there are paintings, photography. There's things to wear. There's a lot of handbags because leather is a fiber and comes into it. There's cutting boards from Momel, Arkansas, that are just gorgeous. And most of the stuff, I would say a third of the stuff is from the Mid-South, and then 2/3 is from way outside the area with traveling artists that come here. And that's important, too, because if somebody does something here in Memphis and they said, okay, I'm selling this stuff, and it didn't get in our show and something better came along, it gives them the impetus to become better at what they do.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not challenged, you just coast. Yeah. And we don't want people to coast. We want artists to become as excellent at their skills as they can.
The event is April 10th to the 12th, and it's free.
It's
so
free.
Just show up. And
free parking.
Are you directed to a parking area when you get down there?
No, not really. There's suggestions on our website, and and Saturday and Sunday, pretty much everything else is closed except the churches. We park at Mission Church on Friday, and people can walk. It's a very short distance. And then on Saturday and Sunday, there's a little more latitude, and there's on-street parking as well.
Food and beverage?
Yeah, we've got food trucks. I'm glad you brought that up. We've got Mempops will be there, and Mempops also has some adult selections as well as...
So popsicles with booze in it?
Those plus wine plus beer. They have a bar set up as well. And there'll be 3 places with full menus, and then Voodoo Cafe will have their beignets and coffee, and there'll be a lemonade vendor as well. So we're pretty much covered. It's a place you can spend the whole day. You could have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and look at all the artists in between. You don't have to buy anything, but you can talk to them and find out about what they do. They're happy to share. And it's really interesting. It's like an outdoor museum.
Well, and you actually get to meet the artists that you're buying the art from. So get your picture taken and put it behind the picture, or whatever. Yeah. Greg Belz, always good seeing you. Always love hearing about the different programs you're putting on. The weather looks like it's going to be holding for you.
Yep. It's going to be fabulous.
Fabulous, according to Greg Belz. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
That was a successful show.
Thank you so much.
That is our show for today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time.